This week on Council Bluffs News, going behind the scenes. The Council Bluffs Police Department gives us a tour of their facility and why they're looking to upgrade to a new building with more space. This is who we are. We spotlight Max Muscle Sports Nutrition as another proud member of the Chamber of Commerce in this month's Chamber Spotlight. And Bob Munt, the president and CEO of the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce, joins us to preview the 100th annual Chamber meeting. That and more all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper-Blunt. Since 1977, 227 South 6th Street has housed the Council Bluffs Police Department. The 19,000 square foot facility originally hosted 110 staff members. However, today, the department has increased that number to 138, making space a major issue. We get a behind the scenes look to see how CBPD is using the area and get an idea on the need for a new building.
This process has been going on for a number of years. We've realized a long time ago that we were maximizing the use of the space. In most cases, the lifespan of a building is between 20 and 30 years, so we've exceeded that by almost 18 years.
We got 3 desks in here that workspaces for 9 officers share these 3 desks on different shifts. We have a large crash, a fatal accident where we have several officers in here working at any one time. This office belongs to our, essentially it's community affairs officers that work in here, handle neighborhood problems, quality of life issues. 1 sergeant and 6 other officers work out of this. This back office is fairly busy most days and kind of have cramped quarters.
We've done tours with the study group, with other members of the community, some of the leaders in the community, and to a person, they were surprised and disappointed at the same time. They didn't realize that we had maximized the space this much, that it had gone this far. It's like the architect has said when they did their tour. He said he's done hundreds of these, or a large number, I should say, and what he's noticed is that departments tend to use rooms for 2 to 3 purposes at times when it gets to this point. He says in our department, you're using rooms for 4 and 5 purposes, and that becomes a real challenge.
This is the one place we could come up with for storage for bicycles in our locker room. So if a bike patrol officer wants to take one of these out, pull it down out of the locker room, through the hallway, up the stairwell, along with the bike racks that are against the wall down there.
When we talk about a new facility, right now we have no place to bring the community into this building and to have a public meeting. You'd have to go through a secure area. We don't have any space for that. It just doesn't work out. It doesn't help us maintain that strong partnership with the community. There's no place to bring victims in to talk to them about major incidents or the loss of a loved one. There's no place to talk, when we bring victims and suspects, because of the confined space, they may cross paths, or witnesses for that matter. There's a number of challenges that we're trying to overcome. When our women's locker room is a converted closet, it's disappointing and it's not fair to the staff to have something like that. But the ultimate goal is to provide better service because of the modern facility.
This room is a squad room, kind of the hub for the entire uniform division. Excuse me. This is a room where officers in preparation for their shift have their roll call or briefing with their sergeants and lieutenants, get the information they need for their tour of duty. It's also where they come in and to see the computers on the back wall, any reports that they don't do in their cruisers on their laptops and the cruisers they'll do in here. This is where officers will come in, and on that far wall behind Officer McIntosh there's evidence packaging material. What's it look like outside now with all our vehicles? I mean, we're double parking cars and there isn't even adequate parking for the cruisers we have at shift change.
It's going to make the workflow much more efficient. That's one of the biggest things we've looked at. It's going to make the service that we provide better. We've been doing it this way for so long, we're not even sure of some of the benefits that we'll gain as a result of having a modern police facility. We want a good place that's going to be, it's going to represent the city, that's going to provide the space that we need. One of the key points to me is when we pick a site, we want to be able to build the facility that we're looking at on that site, which allows us to expand in that facility for 20 to 30 years. But then beyond that, I want to make sure that we have a physical site that has a footprint large enough that allows us to expand on that same site for 60, 70, or 100 years. It doesn't make sense to me to come back to the community in 30 years from now and say, hey, we need to find more property to build a new police station. We should be able to keep it on the same location and just expand the building.
The police department has hosted public meetings to discuss the possibility of an upgraded facility. The discussions are expected to continue for the next several weeks. Visit councilbluffs-ia.gov/policehq for more information. We'd like to thank Captain Wedham and Chief Carmody for taking time out of their schedules and giving us a tour of the facility. And speaking of the CBPD, the department holds a retirement ceremony for Detective Catherine Russell. The celebration takes place on Friday, January 15th at the Council Bluffs Library. Russell began her career at the age of 19 with the CBPD before taking all the necessary tests to become an officer. She then served for the Webster City Police Department and Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Department before returning to the Council Bluffs Police Department.
I just thought it was time to find something else to do, and I want to enjoy my retirement, and I like to travel, so I have a brand new RV and I'm going to go traveling.
Detective Russell's career spans over 43 years, and besides traveling during her retirement, she plans to continue to help the Pot County Sheriff's Department with courthouse security. In news around the Bluffs, a local business holds a ribbon cutting. 2, 3. Advanced Air holds a ceremony at its location at the Council Bluffs Airport. The cutting commemorates the opening of its avionics shop and its partnership with Garmin, a company designing GPS for various travel needs, including by air.
And there's not another avionics shop in this area, and so if they want to get altimeter and transponder certifications, then we're certified, and we have a certified repair station by the FAA, so we could do that.
Some of the services Advanced Air offers are pilot training, aircraft rentals, and plane rides. During the ceremony, 2 scholarships were handed out to students at UNO who are studying to become pilots. An annual event takes over the Mid-America Center. The River City Hunting, Fishing, Boating, and RV Expo takes place January 15th through the 17th. The expo spreads throughout the facility with vendors, displays, and shows spilling into any space available for use.
It's good. Got a lot of neat stuff here. Gun show, good with the boat show. Good activities for the kids too. Keeps them entertained.
All proceeds from the event go towards education and conservation efforts for the Pottawatomie County chapter of Pheasants Forever. And wrapping up news around the Bluffs, a bike ride is put on that's a bit on the chilly side. The 13th annual Extreme Bike Ride takes place on Saturday, January 16th as part of the Winterfest celebration put on by the city's Park and Rec Department. Participants of the ride start off at the historic Western Trail Center, then take off on a 3-mile journey on riverfront trails before arriving at Caddy's Riverside Grill to catch a free meal.
I've got a snow bike and I enjoy riding it, so even though the trails are nice and cleared off right now, it's still good to get out and put on the winter gear for once and go ride a bike.
We'll take a look at more upcoming Winterfest activities in our events calendar later on in the show. But first, we highlight Max Muscle Sports Nutrition, a proud member of the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce, in this month's Chamber Spotlight. And Bob Munt joins us in studio to talk about the 100th annual Chamber meeting. We'll be right back.
A lot of things that we're doing just this year to, again, kind of kick that off, along with some new things that we're doing. We've got some video.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. December 17th through the 19th, local teams go head-to-head on the hardwood at the Mac Shootout. Then see America's favorite traveling train show at the Train Expo January 2nd and 3rd. And the action doesn't get any bigger than Monster Jam January 9th and 10th. Over at the Convention Center January 10th, there's endless inspiration at the Wedding Essentials Bridal University. Remember, the MAC offers free parking for all events. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first. They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
That's low, that's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
Hello and welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper-Blunt, joined in studio by Bob Munt, the president and CEO of the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce. Bob, thank you for joining us in the studio today.
Thanks for having me.
And something one of the reasons I would bring you in here is talk a little bit about what the Chamber of Commerce is.
Yeah, the Chamber of Commerce is a business organization here in town. We work with existing businesses looking to move to the community, grow in this community, create jobs, expand the tax base. So we're all about membership and serving our members, making sure that they're healthy.
And how many members are part of the Chamber of Commerce?
We have about 850 members today.
Wow.
Always looking for more members. So we have an active force on our staff that's going out and recruiting new members all the time.
And speaking of adding new members, there's a lot of construction going on here in Council Bluffs. And how has that affected some businesses that maybe been looking at either moving to or adding maybe another business to Council Bluffs?
Yeah, we've got 4 or 5 big building projects right now that are going on. 3 financial institutions, 2 credit unions, and a bank that are going up. We've got a large company here called Echo Electric that's going up. XTO, which is a freezer storage operation. A number of projects going right now that are just very, very healthy for our community, along with expansion of the interstate systems and things like that. So a lot of construction jobs, a lot of building and trades jobs. So we're very happy with what's going on right now.
And coming up here on the 27th is the 100th annual chamber meeting. Can you talk a little about that?
Yeah, we're 100 years old this year in 2016. We're established in 1916 by a group of business leaders who really saw the need to bring the business community together to address a lot of common concerns amongst the business community.
And what will be some of the different things that will take place at the meeting?
Well, we're going to be giving some awards out at the meeting for some of our business awards, those types of things, beautification awards. We're going to be honoring those people who served our board for the last 6 years. They're going out. We're getting some new members on the board, honoring those folks as well. So a lot of things that we're doing just this year to, again, kind of kick that off, along with some new things that we're doing. We've got some videos that we're doing for a 100-year celebration, kind of looking at the historical part of what we've done compared to what we're doing today. And we're also going to unveil our book, coffee table book, which is basically a history of Council Bluffs.
And also a guest speaker as well?
I have a guest speaker. Chris Mead is coming in from the U.S. Chamber. Chris is going to talk about the significance of chambers over the history of the United States and what we've done. So kind of a tie into what our history is along with the U.S. Chamber.
And if people wanted to attend, where could they go to or who could they call about attending?
Sure. Come down to the chamber. We've got tickets available there. They can call the chamber at 712-325-1000. Talk to either Vicki or Rita, and they can purchase those tickets to attend.
And Bob, thank you for joining us here in studio and taking some time of your day.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Stay tuned. More Council Bluffs news coming up right after the break.
Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
The We Don't Coast brand is a celebration of who we are, where we are, and how we operate. It belongs to the 30-plus communities who make up the greater Omaha area, including Council Bluffs. The Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce is proud to help push this regional campaign. Here's a look at one of its many members.
Hi, this is Josh with Max Muscle. I'm the manager, and this is who we are. Basically, we're a nutritional supplement company. We offer products. We'll offer weight loss, weight gain, muscle gain, and then we also offer meal planning. And that's going to be our biggest service is meal planning, because that's where you get the results. Weight management, muscle gaining, meal planning, food. We kind of do everything here with supplements and nutrition. I've been with a couple other supplement companies, and I really just like Max Muscle with the products and the quality. Everything's FDA regulated, made in the United States, so Max Muscle is the highest quality product. That's why I chose it. I'm a certified nutrition coach, and most other supplement companies don't bring in the certified nutrition, and that way we can really focus on what the diet is, and then that way we get your results. We really just like the atmosphere here. We're in a really great location. Council Bluffs has been really good to us. so that's kind of why we chose it. If we could expand, that'd be great, but Omaha already has a couple also, so we're getting really good brand recognition. Max Muscle is a proud member of the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce. We don't coast, we take care of business.
The Remember Our Fallen display comes to the CHI Mercy Hospital January 1st through the 17th. The memorial contains photos and descriptions of Iowans who've lost their lives since 9/11 while wearing an armed forces uniform. The touring memorial will travel to Des Moines on January 20th before returning to Council Bluffs on February 1st.
Hello and welcome to the Reaver Beat. I'm Austin LeGrand. Iowa Western celebrates the return of spring classes by turning the Student Center into a bingo hall. Thursday, January 14th, Student Life hosts a grocery bingo event as part of Welcome Back Week, offering prizes in the form of hundreds of dollars worth of food and other pantry items that students need. Attendees even enjoy a nacho bar. Emotions run high, but sophomores on campus say events like this are important for new students to meet new people.
Don't be afraid to get out and stray from your comfort zone, because you only live once.
Student and Residence Life host events similar to this throughout the year as a way to promote fellowship. Just a reminder, kids 12 and under are invited to be a part of Reaver Rascals. The cost is just $10 for free admission to Reaver Athletic home games, a free bag of popcorn, and a birthday card from Rocky Reaver. Contact Jake Ryan at jryan@iwcc.edu to be a part of the fun. The next chance to catch some Reaver fever is Saturday, January 23rd, as the 4th-ranked men's basketball team takes on 9th-ranked Indian Hills. Tip-off, 7 p.m. at Canesville Arena. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Austin LeGrand with your Reaver Beat.
Still to come on Council Bluffs News, we take a trip to the Midlands Humane Society to meet some animals that love to go home with you and our pets of the week. And we'll wrap things up with a look at our events calendar.
Jack Frost, you do have beautiful teeth.
My what?
Are they really as white as they say? Yes! Oh, they really do sparkle like freshly fallen snow. This is an excellent example of what teeth should look like. Check out the iridescence of that incisor, the beauty of that bicuspid, the magnificence of those molars. And the best way to achieve such terrific teeth is brushing. 2 minutes, twice a day. Not 30 seconds, not a minute 45. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. They're beautiful.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Create new opportunities and expand your knowledge with Iowa Western's continuing and career education.
It was really intimidating to go back to school, but Iowa Western made me really feel like I could do it.
Our goal is to help students achieve success from education to employment.
Learn more, including information on extra benefits for Iowa residents at iwcc.edu/continuing_education.
Terry Mills, and welcome into Pets of the Week. We've got Zoe joining us. Her file number is 18639. She's a 2-year-old lab mix, and she's just a sweet dog. She's 2, so she's very playful. She'd be great for a home with older children. She'd be great with a fenced yard. Again, Zoe's file number is 18639. Our next little guy is named Zorro, and he's just a little sweetheart, as you can see. His file number is 18613. He's a long-haired Chihuahua. Again, his name is Zorro, file number 18613. He is a year old, so he's very, very playful. He loves balls, and he loves to play fetch. Our next little cutie is named Ferg. His file number is 18612. He's an 18-month-old fox terrier. He's a sweet dog. He'd be great for a young family. He loves children, and he loves other dogs. He was an owner surrender. His owner didn't want him anymore. He's a great dog, though, very sweet, very kind, very loving. Again, Ferg's file number is 18612. Our next little fluff balls we have are Petunia and Simon. They're 10 weeks old. They're in our kitten colony right now with some older kittens, about 6 months old. They get along great. They're a lot of fun, very playful. And Petunia's file number is 18374. And Simon's file number is 18582. If you're interested in any of the pets that you've seen today, please come down to Midlands Humane Society at 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs.
Now time for our weekly events calendar. Winter Jam comes to the Mid-America Center Thursday, January 21st, featuring headliners for King & Country, Matthew West, and Crowder. Doors open at 6 with a pre-jam party show at 6:45. Tickets are $10, and more details are available at 2016.jamtour.com. The Winterfest Frozen Golf Outing takes place at Dodge Riverside Golf Course on Saturday, January 23rd. Beginning at 10 a.m., there will be a 9-hole tournament in which participants will be able to compete for prizes. The entry fee is $25, and more information is available at councilbluffs-ia.gov. And the Winterfest Softball Tournament takes place on Saturday, January 30th at Boston Park. Teams in 3 separate divisions will be able to compete for first and second place prizes. The cost is $100 per team, and more details are available at councilbluffs-ia.gov. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. CBTV is always looking for your feedback. You can send questions or comments to cbtv@iwcac.edu. Call 712-325-3312, or you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Just search CBTV17. Remember to keep it here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning in to the Bluffs Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Zach Harper-Blunt.